Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. If you've been watching this channel for a while, it's no secret I love traveling to Japan. And some of my favorite places to eat in Japan are Japanese convenience stores. And there's many reasons why I love it so much. The food's inexpensive, there's a wide selection, there's always something new, they are literally everywhere, and the most important thing, the food's delicious. And I've said this before, if I lived in Japan, I eat there every single day. I would. And of course, there's many convenience stores in Japan, the top brands being 7-Eleven, Lawson, Family Mart, and 7-Eleven has always been my favorite. Of course, I've had a lot of food from 7-Eleven. Some are just okay, some are good, and some are absolutely amazing. So I've compiled a list of 40 of the best tasting foods I've ever tried at 7-Eleven in Japan. And before getting to that, a little Japanese snack time from the sponsor of this video, Sakurako and Tokyo Treat. I like starting with Sakurako because there's always tea inside, and Japanese snacks, well, most snacks in general, always better with some tea. And the theme of this month is Heart of Ishikawa. And if you don't know, Sakurako and Tokyo Treat are monthly Japanese subscription snack boxes sourced locally in Japan and shipped to you anywhere in the world. And every month, the Sakurako box contains 20 traditional, authentic, artisanal Japanese snacks and teas. Oh, I've never seen this tea before. Bocha roasted tea. That's a good roasted tea. I think this is a sweet potato. And they're made with sweet potato and beans. Also, always excited to try the local mochi. Hojicha mochi. And every single Sakurako box comes with a tableware item, and this month's is beautiful chopsticks. Every box, of course, also includes a booklet introducing you to all the snacks, the snack makers, some who have been making snacks for over 100 years. And in this month's box, you can directly help support in the rebuild and revitalization of the Ishikawa prefecture that was impacted by the devastating earthquake that happened this year. Next up, Tokyo Treat. And this month's theme is Osaka Snackathon. And Tokyo Treat is a fun and exclusive Japanese snack box featuring unique and exclusive flavors straight from Japan, such as these limited edition Mont Blanc Kit Kats. Yeah, this is a good flavor. Ooh, wasabi nori chips. These might be some of my favorite chips ever. Oh, I love this so much. Wash that down with some ume flavored soda. Plummy. Osaka, of course, known for squid gummies, squid crackers, and what looks like roasted soybeans. I mentioned this before, but every single month seeing these at my doorstep, I just get so excited. And I love their mission, which is to promote the beauty of traditional Japanese culture through the medium of snacking, which I think is a phenomenal idea. So if you're interested in Japan, you love Japanese food, you love Japanese snacks, you love delicious snacks in general, you will love these snack boxes. So if you're interested, go to my link down below, use my promo code DUMPLING, and you'll get $5 off your next Sakurako box or $5 off your next Tokyo Treat box. 7-Elevens in Japan has everything. There's sprouts, there's noodles, there's sushi, mentaiko, boiled squid, roasted mackerel, some mentaiko, 7-Eleven coffee, 7-Eleven pudding, matcha dessert. That's cute. Pumpkin cream cake, cheese slices, coffee jelly, Hamburg steak with cheese. This is my favorite section here, cooked meals, ready to go meals. Ooh. Soup with beef, tofu, and green onions. $7-Eleven egg sandwich. So these are 7-Eleven gold food products. I've been seeing a lot of these lately. I don't think I've seen these before last time I was here. This is crab pasta. Oh my gosh. This is a lot of food right now. And a pizza. Spicy potato chips. Yes, love these. Oh, premium gold instant noodles. Never tried this before. One of my favorite things at 7-Eleven here in Japan. These little fruity ice balls. It smells so grapey. Make sure you get some sparkling water. The sparklinger, the better. Like here, strong sparkling water. Don't get the weak one. Pour this in here. I actually forgot to get a straw. If you're at 7-Eleven, you can actually get a cup of ice. Add this to the cup of ice, add some sparkling water, and now you have icy grape sparkling soda. One of the most refreshing drinks you can get at 7-Eleven in Japan. Next up, let's try this pizza. So this frozen pizza, the crust looks really good. It looks like it just came out of a Neapolitan oven. This is a margherita pizza. There's basil, there's crushed tomatoes, the cheese. I thought the cheese would be a little more poly than this. This is really good. I've had a lot of frozen pizza in my day, and I never confused it for a pizza that just came out of a real brick oven until now. This thing actually has that bitter flavor that tastes like it came from a brick oven. You can taste the fire, you can taste the char. The tomatoes are nice and sweet. The crust is really light and delicious. There's good aroma from the basil, and the cheese may not look it. It's actually really good cheese. It's just not as melty on this pizza right now, but this definitely does not taste like a frozen pizza. If I lived in Japan, I would just keep maybe a dozen of these in the fridge, and whenever I want pizza, just toast one up. I mean, this is better than any Domino's, Pizza Hut. I'll take this from the freezer over to a piping hot chain pizza restaurant any day of the week. 100,000% recommend. Well, I am totally sold on the 7-Eleven gold label after that pizza. Well, I want to get a couple more. Let's try this. Ipuro noodles. So this is different than the Ipuro instant noodle. This is basically fresh Ipuro noodles, it looks like. So the original chashu, there's some scallions here, veggies in here, all the sauces in here. So this bowl, you put the whole thing in the microwave, including the ramen, the broth, and then afterwards, there's this little tab here. You pull on it, and it just all goes into this bowl. That's pretty ingenious. It was funny because initially I didn't see the tab, but the steam started pushing the tab around. So the tab was kind of like almost waving at you to kind of grab it. I don't know if they engineered it like that or not. I mean, I think they did, and that's genius. So here, cabbage, scallions, fried garlic, fresh chashu, tons of noodles in here. It smells so porky and good. Oh, they also gave a little pepper pack as well. Add this in. This is amazing. It tastes just like the broth from Ipuro, as if I'm sipping it from the bowl right now. I mean, it is, obviously, but this tastes like I just got served a bowl of fresh ramen from the ramen counter. Even the noodles are so al dente and perfect. What? Deep, rich, creamy, porky broth to the crunchy cabbage to the super springy noodles. I thought the noodles would be a little soggy maybe, or the broth might not be all that tasty. If you don't want to head over to Ipuro, head to the local 7-Eleven. These are such slurp-worthy noodles. Wish each one would do something like this as well. Oh, look at the chashu. Look at all that fat that's on these pieces. Wow. This bowl is better ramen overall than I've had a lot of ramen restaurants. I'm gonna chase this with some of these roasted mackerel from 7-Eleven Premium. Whew. As soon as you open that up, you get a big whiff of the smoky flavor of the fish. Real wasabi, put some wasabi on here. That's so delicious. Wow. Get this if you go to 7-Eleven. Don't forget to get this. You taste that great roasted flavor of the fish. The fish is so tender. After the bite is gone, I'm still getting that smoky flavor in my mouth right now. Looks like we have another match up here in food heaven. All right, let's try this. 7-Eleven Premium Gold Beef Stew. I feel like whenever I eat this now, my expectations are gonna be maybe a little unrealistically high. So it's big old chunks of beef in this stew. No vegetables, just beef and gravy. Wow, that's so good. 7-Eleven Premium Gold, remember that, trust it. There are potatoes in here, by the way. The potato is so creamy. And if you look up the word tender in the dictionary, it'll be a picture of this beef. Just squeezing it with my chopsticks, basically no resistance. It's just crumbling. The gravy is delicious, a little sweet, very thick, very smoky. Wow, I wish you got some rice to put this on. Actually, I might have something better. 7-Eleven egg sandwich. This is, in my opinion, one of the best egg sandwiches you'll find in Japan. And you can just get it at the local 7-Eleven. I've had much more quote-unquote premium egg sandwiches here in Japan. Oftentimes, this is much better. Oh, that was a bite 3 years in the making. Crustless, softest pillow of a bread. Creamy egg salad inside. This is such a light, satisfying, delicious sandwich. And just dunk it into the beef stew. Chase it with a piece of that delightfully tender beef. This is such a good combo because the gravy is subtly sweet. It's very aggressively seasoned, which is perfect when you dip this delicate sandwich inside. There's some lean pieces of this beef in here, and there are fatty ones, even lighter and dissolvier than this egg salad. That was beyond good. I just had a great idea. Sliced cheese in the curry. This is the best thing about a 7-Eleven, where most of the food is gonna be delicious. You can just kind of mix and match, make things taste the way you want it to taste. Cheesy chunks of beef in this curry. I would highly recommend. Whenever you go into a 7-Eleven store in Japan or South Korea somewhere, make sure to buy some cheese. You'll always find opportunities to use them. So good. Dinner time. Start out with Mapo tofu. I remember 7-Eleven having amazing Mapo tofu from last time. I don't know if it's the same one. This is so good. Super spicy. Definitely tastes a lot of the peppercorn. Tofu is tender. Lots of minced meat in here. Whoa. 4 bites in, my tongue's already on fire. More from the numminess, the peppercorn, than the chilies. I'm gonna put a lot of peppercorn in here. Couple dishes I can't resist eating time I see them at a 7-Eleven or pretty much anywhere. Mapo tofu and a gyudon. I love the gyudons here in Japan so much. And 7-Eleven makes a pretty darn good one. The meat is super thin, super fatty. The onions are crunchy and sweet. The sauce is delicious. The sauce mixed into the rice, absolutely delicious. I mean, sometimes you go to restaurants, you order a gyudon. The beef is not fatty, it's not very thin, but there's not enough gravy. The gravy covers all the rice, making that just as flavorful. The meat is melting in your mouth. Fatty, fatty, fatty beef. The onions are crunchy, the flavor's rich and delicious. Whenever I'm in Japan and crave a gyudon, I know there's a lot of fast food places that actually will sell this. I like the 7-Eleven version. I feel like I ate the last two really quickly so I can get to this. 7-Eleven Premium Gold Instant Noodle. So I did some research on this. Apparently this is from a ramen shop called Ida Shoten, which is about an hour, I think hour and a half from Tokyo, and is currently rated as the #1 ramen shop in Japan. And this is their most popular ramen, the shoyu ramen. If this tastes as good as I think it's going to, I'm gonna have to try to go to this place. Inside, there is your chashu, seaweed, oils, sauce. The broth is very light, definitely tastes the shoyu. The oils are really nice, it's a very refined flavor. Not aggressively seasoned at all. The noodles are amazing. The noodle texture is so chewy and bouncy, it does not taste like I just cooked this up with some boiling water 5 minutes ago. This is a delicious, exquisite bowl of instant noodles. This is better than some ramen restaurants I've been to. The chashu obviously rehydrated. It's a little chewy, a little dry, but again, not bad considering that it was a cracker a few minutes ago. I like this a lot. Again, the flavor is not super strong, slapping your face kind of stuff. That's not what this is. This is very refined, good amount of umami, very light, very delicious bowl of noodles. For instant noodles, this is one of the best to have ever existed. You're not gonna find many instant noodles that's better than this. From the chewy, bouncy noodles to the broth, I could open a ramen shop in some parts of the world and just serve this. Probably be a line at the door. This is delicious. If you see it at the 7-Eleven, get it. Good morning. Breakfast is gonna be, just wanna make sure you guys are careful. I've done this twice myself already. A lot of times when you get chopsticks at 7-Eleven, there's a toothpick that's like sandwiched in between it's supposed to be sandwiched between the chopsticks, but sometimes it kind of sticks out. Last couple times when I just did this, the toothpick stabbed me, like stabbed into my finger. So be very careful about this. This is really not a good design. But breakfast is gonna be skimmin and a salt grilled mackerel. So this is also a 7-Eleven gold, premium gold item. And I always get a mackerel fish at 7-Eleven. So make sure you take the bones out. I don't think I've had a bad fish from 7-Eleven yet. Skimmin, I put an awesome egg on here. Let's try dipping this. It's mind-blowing how good microwavable noodles are in Japan. I've said this many times before, I could probably open a restaurant and just serve this in many parts of the world. Noodles are chewy, texture is perfect. Look at this piece of chashu. This actually looks really decent. I'm just gonna go ahead and break my egg, let that creamy texture cover the noodles a bit. So when I dip it, the texture is even more luminous. Dipping sauce, I taste the anchovies, I taste the pork. This chashu was amazing. It's so fatty, so tender. Even if you get this at a ramen shop, you'll be singing its praises. I mean, everything about this, the dipping sauce, the noodles, the flavor. I mean, the dipping sauce, so rich, so much umami. The anchovy just adds a ton of flavor and depth.
For so long, I've been trying to get you out of my head. Oh yeah, but somehow I always seem to wake up in your bed.
Welcome to Saturday morning breakfast. You know, you can always tell how many people that the staff thinks are actually eating this stuff from the number of chopsticks they give you. 3, 4. Little do they know, this is all I need. Roasted salmon. And it's nice that they give you a really fatty piece too. Oh, I don't know if salmons accept marriage proposals, but I'm about to try. Oh my God, it is fatty and melts in your mouth. You gotta be careful, there's bones in this thing. It's got a sweet teriyaki flavor, melty pieces of meat, so juicy, and so much flavor. This end, you see this right here? See that fat? This is the best part. See how my chopsticks are just like, ooh, you see all that juice coming out of the salmon? This is all fat. And this, oh, this is gonna be the best part of the fish. Oh my God. It tastes like it just came off the grill. That fat is everything. I can't believe I'm eating a piece of microwave salmon. You know that dry piece of junk that you get every time you go to Red Lobster or a lot of seafood restaurants? Trust me, this little $4 microwave piece of salmon, 20,000 times better than what you're eating right now, than what you paid $20, $30 for. Oh, I wanted to try this. This is the teriyaki chicken and egg, and I really like this egg because this is the soft boiled egg. And this thing I love, and I usually like this with the egg salad sandwich because it gives you a much yolkier, eggier flavor. Ooh, so this is like a triple decker sandwich. Teriyaki chicken in one, soft boiled egg with egg salad in the other. This is amazing. It's like the 7-Eleven Cupid's arrow. It just pierced my heart. I'll be honest though and say, I think they could have put anything on the teriyaki chicken side. Like, I like the chicken teriyaki. It's tender, it's sweet, not dry at all. But mixed with the egg salad and a soft boiled egg. That sweet teriyaki sauce creeping into the melty, delicious egg. And the chicken provides just a tad change in texture. I mean, the egg side is so subtle and smooth, and the teriyaki side really brings the bang, you know? What is this? Ooh, it's a potato salad. But I already bought it. I have 2 potato salads now. When I first saw it, I didn't think it was a potato salad. Oh, I opened it upside down. Oops. Because I saw the egg, so I thought this was some kind of like a tempura thing or something. Creamy potato salad with fresh scallions. I'm gonna bring this out. Spicy rice roll potato salad. I'm gonna dump this onto the cap. I mean, this looks a little funky. Doesn't look the best. Add it to my sandwich. Spicy fish roll. Wow, that fish roll definitely brought on the flavor. You know that slight brininess and that great seafood flavor of fish roll? It's all up in that potato salad's business. What do we have back in the US? Like potato salad with the skin still on the potato. That's all I can think of right now. These 2 types of potato salad. Like here, you got scallions on your potato salad, you got fish roll in potato salad. You could come to this country and just write epic poetry about this potato salad every day of your life. So yeah, this will be brunch. So here we are. That's quite a meal. Let's dig in, shall we? Now we can get on with our buns. Oh, look at this. Oh man, it's some kind of mystery meat. It's all like, okay, there's definitely some cheese in here. I don't know what that white stuff is. It's potatoes. Wow, this bun is amazing. Oh my God, this is so incredibly awesome. This bun, seriously guys. It's got its potatoes with some cheese. That's insanely delicious. Let's keep going, I got about 4 of these buns left. I got this really pumpkin looking one. Oh, what is that? Oh, some cheese in there too. There's something red. It's a pizza bun, marinara sauce inside and cheese. And I'll tell you the truth, it ain't half bad. I mean, I wish there's some pepperoni in here or something, but it's interesting. Really not bad. Finally, the last bun. Oh, I think this is a dessert bun. Look at this. I'm pretty sure, yep, that's red bean paste. Oh, look at that. Red bean paste. I wish I saved this for the end, but a lot of filling, not overly sweet. I dig it. That will go awesome with some green tea. Oh, it does. All right, I gotta get some noodles in me, so let's try the Michelin star ramen. Wow, look how fancy this thing is. Oh my God, I've never seen this before in my life. This ramen has a piece of dried pork belly on the inside. That is insane. I'm just gonna add, okay, so this is, I think this is a soy sauce based sauce that I'm adding in here. This is a real piece of pork belly. Oh my gosh. By the way, a little hack for you, using disposable chopsticks to keep your ramen lid secure. These noodles look borderline pretty darn ridiculous. Look at this. I'll tell you guys what, this is easily the highest quality ramen noodle I've ever had in my life. You can tell from the broth itself. Wow, the broth is so insanely flavorful. All right, this is the pork. Let's see how this is. I'm not expecting much here. Wow, it was melty. I can't believe I'm saying that about a pork that came out of a plastic bag. The bamboo. You hear that? This is legit, guys. Oh, Ooh, chase that with a little melon water. This is pretty darn good. So I got this big tofu thing. Look at it, it looks like a pouch. There's stuff in this tofu wallet. Check it out, look at this. Something in there, I'm not really sure what this is. Hang on, take another bite. It's mochi. Big piece of mochi in this tofu wallet. Wow, I'm gonna dip this in this broth here. Delicious, but oh, so heavy now. These noodles, we eat this lot in hot pot at 0 calories, which is insane. I love eating this. Literally, no calories. You eat as much as you want. It's like freaking witchcraft, and it actually tastes good. I'm gonna go swim in a little bit of my ramen broth. Seriously, everything just tastes better in my ramen broth. It's a strawberry cream sandwich. Just like with the egg sandwich, beautiful bread, really nice and gentle. You need this. Wow. I mean, this is truly ridiculous. So it looks like inside, not only whipped cream, fresh strawberries, and some sort of yellow custard. Only Japanese people will make something that's obviously a dessert into a sandwich and make it insanely awesome. Oh, whipped cream, custard, milky and sweet. The bread acts like a perfect vessel for all that creaminess. Trust me, you need one of these sandwiches. And just when you think like it's a little too creamy, a little too sweet, oh, the strawberry bursts in your mouth and makes everything okay. So I had the Tsuta instant noodles and I loved it. And I was just kind of browsing through the 7-Eleven instant noodle section. I found the Nakiryu instant dandan noodles. This was my favorite ramen in Tokyo and I cannot wait to try the instant noodle version of this. Heck yeah. This, oh man. This just, oh. Look at this. This is the crazy thing about instant noodles in Asia is, and again, this kind of looks like what I ate at the restaurant itself. I mean, the broth is nice and thick. The noodles, beautifully thin, looks amazing. If this tastes as good as what I had in a restaurant, I don't even know. I want to bring instant noodles home, but I can't because there's meat. I'm kind of almost hoping it doesn't taste as good so I don't feel bad for not bringing any of these home. Well, dang it, that's amazing. That is so good. Oh, this is like a feat of scientific marvel right here. To be able to get instant noodles to taste, I mean, not as good as what you will get in stores, but pretty darn close. It's spicy, it's thick and flavorful. Oh, forget about it. I mean, that is such a rich broth. So far beyond other instant noodles. This one and the Tsuta one are like the dawn of all instant noodles. It's like Lord of the Rings, one noodle to rule them all, or in this case, two. But if I had to choose just one. God, this is so simply delicious. Is this cooked from the broth of Mount Doom or something? I mean, so simply good. And this is where the other half of my egg sandwich will really come in handy. Oh, this is gonna be great, watch. Egg sandwich, meet the broth of your dreams. Yeah, you enjoying yourself? I know you are. I know you're loving this. Soak that up, baby. This is gonna be really exciting. Oh. You guys need to do this. I implore you, get an egg sandwich. I think the Lawson egg sandwich might be better because it has the mixed egg in there. Get the egg sandwich, get a bowl of this, and just play food matchmaker. Please. This may sound so crazy, but this right here, this union, this partnership will simply blow your mind. Every time I enter a 7-Eleven in Japan, it's like I'm home. There's so many new food items I haven't tried. Egg and tuna sandwich. Oh, look at this. Pork, egg, onion, mushroom, and oyster sauce, and chili oil. Whoa, this instant noodle looks intense. I've never tried any one of these before. These are all 7-Eleven premium dandan noodles. Well, there was no place to sit in either 7-Elevens. Luckily, there's like a little office park with seating and some standing tables. All right, this looks really good. Slices of what looks like pork belly. Gooey eggs and onion. Oh, I should have got some rice with this. I thought there was rice in here, there's not. This actually looks like something that would go really good with rice. Oh, I love this so much. I want to eat this all the time. This is some feel-good comfort food right here. Onions, eggs, wood ear, melt in your mouth, pork belly, that's just covered in chili oil. This dish is so good. Eat it with my sandwich. Usually, you only find half tuna, half egg sandwiches at Lawson, but now 7-Eleven has it too. Oh, I missed this so much. And yeah, it goes very well with the egg and wood ear and pork. All right, let's check out this ramen. I noticed there's a lot of different selections of 7-Eleven select ramen now, and tandanmen seems to be a very popular flavor. Although this thing didn't have a marker on where to fill up the water, so I just kind of guessed. It smells really good. This thing definitely passes the smell test. This is delicious. Noodles are chewy. It's pretty rich, nice peanutty flavor, good amount of heat and numminess. This thing will warm you right up. I love how it says big. It's not exaggerating. There's a lot of noodles in here. Usually instant noodles probably takes me like 4 or 5 slurps. I've taken some pretty big slurps so far. I still have at least half left. Oh, this is so good. And this is all the rage nowadays, the aloe yogurt drink. Yeah, I agree. This is great. Wow. I love Japanese yogurt. I love aloe. And now you can get both. I mean, it's very thick. This is not a refreshing drink, but this will make you very happy. So I noticed that this time around, 7-Eleven has added a lot of new Sichuan food. And I got the shredded meat with chilies and the Mapo eggplant. And the eggplant is just soaking in chili sauce. I'll try the shredded pork first because the eggplant one looks way more flavorful. That's really good. Obviously, not as good as if it just came out of a wok, but the pepper is crunchy and smoky. The meat is tender. The sauce is delicious. That's a good dish. Eggplant I'm so excited about. Amazing. Next time I come to 7-Eleven, I'm just gonna get some rice, get some of these dishes, and it will be a spicy, nummy feast. Oh, this eggplant's awesome. Nice and juicy, just covered in that spicy, numbing Sichuan sauce. Oh, and that heat just lingers on your tongue too. This in particular, I'm so excited about. Chinese sesame ramen. Basically a dandanmen. And these are all from 7-Eleven Premium. I think 7-Eleven Premium just added a bunch of new stuff. It's got less meat sauce than I thought it would based on the photo, but it does smell really good. Itadakimasu. So a little bit of meat sauce. There's scallions in here, some sprouts. It is really windy today, unfortunately. So you can see all that sesame sauce on the bottom of this dish. The noodles look like they're all covered pretty well in it. This is incredible. The heat just hit me. This is a bowl of microwave noodles, but the noodles taste like they just came out of the boiling water. Chewy, very al dente. The texture is something you would never think microwave noodles would have. It's very spicy. Now I'm kind of glad they didn't put that much sauce in here. It is really spicy. I think a pretty solid 7 out of 10 on the spice level if they added more of that sauce. There's not a lot of meat in here, but there's a ton of nice, rich, deep umami flavor, and of course, a lot of sesame sauce. The crunch from the sprouts is great as well. Oh, this is fantastic. This is a 7-Eleven Premium grape soda. I love this. This thing has a really intense grape flavor. I've never seen this before. This is a Mapo tofu noodle from their microwave section. So the Mapo tofu is on this little plastic sheet. It looks like very thick, rich, spicy Mapo tofu. Underneath the Mapo tofu, it looks like wavy ramen noodles. There's some meat sauce in here. As I'm stirring, I smell the peppercorn and the chilies. Also, these feel like really firm noodles. I'm gonna wager this is gonna be awesome. I've never seen this dish before, but if you see Mapo tofu over noodles, you have to get it. This is a solid 10 out of 10 dish. This is something I could eat every single day. I would never get sick of it. It's that good. Wow. I knew it was gonna be good. I didn't think it was gonna be this good. Mapo tofu itself, masterful. A lot better than a lot of restaurant Mapo tofu I've had. Silky, soft tofu. perfect blend of peppercorn and chilies. There's a good amount of minced meat in here as well. The noodles that's paired with this, very al dente ramen noodles. Because the Mapo tofu sauce is so thick, it's able to grab on these curly noodles very easily. It's the perfect pairing. I usually prefer Mapo tofu with rice. I think this is better. The noodles almost taste buttery, and this entire dish, it's got a lot of heat, a lot of numminess, but it's the perfect amount to go with these noodles. If you don't love Mapo tofu, you probably won't like this, but if you do, you must try this. This is really interesting. So this is the scallion oil fried rice, I think. There looks like a couple different cuts of beef. It looks like some thin sliced beef and then little bits of beef cubes. Even from the small cube, you can tell there's a lot of fat in the beef. And the rice seems to be glistening with oil. There's some scallions and eggs in here. It smells very scallion-y. I'm still reeling from how good the Mapo tofu noodles are, but this incredible. For a little bowl of fried rice, they give you a lot of beef. And it's really fatty, flavor-filled bits of beef. The rice is covered in that extra fragrant scallion oil. There's a lot of flavor in this fried rice. I mean, the scallion oil is present, but it's not overwhelming. Well, it kind of reminds me of the Wagyu fried rice I had from the Chinese supermarket a while back. I think this flavor is actually better because the scallions bring a lot of flavor to this rice, and also, apparently so does the rain. I think it's time to hide.
A few minutes later.
That rain got heavy out of nowhere. Basically, all the savory dishes I got, fantastic. Let's try these strawberry cookies. These are crunchy, really, really airy. Little strawberry cookies packed with intense strawberry flavor. You can see all the little holes and crevices. They're so airy. And all that awesome strawberry flavor, it just packed into those crevices. It's fruity, it's creamy. You can taste a little strawberry seeds in here as well. Try a little savory snack. This is mentaiko chips, so cod roll chips. You can see the little bits of mentaiko on these chips. Yeah, this is good. So this is a limited edition potato chip. First of all, potato chips are great. These are fantastic quality potato chips. And you definitely taste that briny, umami-filled mentaiko that's on the chips. I think it's a little spicy, so maybe this is the spicy mentaiko, but the flavor is phenomenal. Add this on your snack must-try list. Blueberry and cream cheese sandwich. Never seen this before at 7-Eleven. Strawberry milk parfait. What? Look at the size of this chashu. Get another tuna and egg salads. All-time favorite sandwich. Ipuro Mapo tofu noodles, hori noodles. This is really good. These are the premium noodles here. This is absolutely magnificent. I think this is super rich tonkatsu ramen. Let's try it. So this 7-Eleven doesn't have the Sichuan stuff the other 7-Eleven had. Wait, never mind, I found them. In this particular 7-Eleven, there's an upstairs cafe area. So you can just grab your food and head upstairs to eat it. This I'm really excited about. Blueberry sandwich from 7-Eleven. Real blueberries inside with blueberry cream and blueberry syrup. I like it. It's sweet, it's tart. They got real poppin' berries inside the sandwich, like good sized ones too. The filling almost tastes a little yogurty. While I'm waiting for the ramen to cook, egg and tuna salad sandwich. I almost don't even want to start eating this because this is my last visit to 7-Eleven for a while, so when you begin, unfortunately, there has to be an end. Oh, that's just so good. So simple, just ultimately creamy and delicious. This is so good as well. And I've had a lot of them in my life, better than a Japanese convenience store tuna sandwich. I'm so glad 7-Eleven started putting these together. That's always the food item I miss the most. I'm so excited for this. Okay, this ramen is crazy. The broth is so rich and thick. And this chashu is really fatty. That is a very fatty, extremely tender piece of chashu. This thing, fat, a little tender, and it goes very well with this thick, rich bowl of tonkatsu ramen. Oh, this ramen is excellent. This is definitely the richest bowl of tonkatsu instant ramen I've ever had. It's so rich. The broth is almost like a sauce. That's how thick it is. And it's just sticking to the noodles in just pure, delicious porky flavor. And inside the dry pack, this is what the chashu it came with. And this is the chashu that I got separately. Wow, I've never seen a giant piece of chashu like that before. It is such a game changer. It goes so incredibly well with the pork ramen. This right now, this bowl is almost too rich right now. This is like the Elon Musk of instant noodles. I wish I bought a little pickled vegetables to kind of balance out the richness. It is great. It's just so rich. This is really adorable. It's a strawberry sakura milk parfait. Oh, I love this. So a giant mochi and 4 of these dongo-looking rice balls. They're so soft and chewy, and it's sitting on some, looks like milk pudding and strawberry cream. It's got a nice strawberry flavor. It's sweet, a little bit of tart. This thing just tastes like spring. Wow, if you see this, get this. Oh, look at this ginormous 7-Eleven. I think it's time for some breakfast. I've never tried this before. Pork, ham, egg, and mayo. Wow, they sell Danny's pastas here. If you don't want to just settle for plain instant ramen, look at this. All these frozen noodles look great. Garlic, red chili, and oil pasta. This pasta took about 2 minutes to cook. As soon as I opened it up, well, let's just say I hope everybody in this 7-Eleven likes garlic. You can see the toasted garlic on top. This thing just smells intensely garlicky. What they do here in the 7-Eleven is magic. I know like a lot of Japanese 7-Eleven foods have made its way to the US recently. I haven't tried it myself, but I heard it's not great. I'll definitely try when I get back, but whatever they're doing in the 7-Elevens here in Japan is wizardry. It's like they cooked this in a cafeteria of Hogwarts. This thing tastes like it came from an Italian restaurant. If you put this on a plate, put a piece of parsley on there, garnish a little bit, make it look nice. Besides the burnt garlic, I would have no clue this was from a microwave. It's garlicky, it's spicy, it's buttery, it's flavored perfectly. The noodles are al dente, they're chewy. Absolutely 10 out of 10 delicious. The sandwich looks great. Pork, ham, egg, and mayo. It's basically 1.5 sandwiches here. The middle section looks like just some pork and maybe onions or something. The other two, one is with egg salad and the top one is made with soft boiled eggs. So each triangle, you're getting a different experience here. That one, the egg is just incredibly rich. The yolk is creamy. It's got a little bit of mayo for a hint of sweetness and added flavor, but you're tasting all that delicious yolky umami from the egg. And that little slice of ham melts in your mouth, as do the bread. As you can see, this thing, it's like they baked this bread in 7-Eleven heaven. So the middle triangle, a lot of ham and mayo and a little bit of onions. So that one's more of a traditional ham sandwich and this one's made with the egg salad. I like the soft-boiled egg one the most, I think, and then the egg salad, but it's not by much. Anything with that egg, it's just gonna be so good. They can make a broccoli egg salad sandwich here, and I would eat every single bit of it. The egg salad is more creamy than the soft-boiled egg, a little more sweetness from the mayo. It's indescribably good. Like, I've talked about the 7-Eleven or the Japanese convenience store egg salad sandwiches for years now. There's nothing like it. The way they made this, it feels like every sandwich is a simple but yet ultra elegant masterpiece. I actually tried eating the egg sandwiches elsewhere. Nothing compares to the egg sandwiches in Japan. They're not just egg sandwiches. You can get a ham sandwich, a tuna sandwich. It's just the sandwiches here. I don't know why it's so hard to replicate, but I don't think it's been done yet. Okay, dinner time. I got the 7-Eleven dandan noodles. I got some grilled fatty pork. Also, got a container of rice because I got another one of these 7 premium beef stews that I'm just gonna cover my rice with. I got the package of grilled chicken heating up in the microwave. And for dessert, bondi curry noodles. I was just thinking about this place today. In my opinion, best curry in all of Tokyo. So this dandan noodle smells really peanutty. Inside looks like cellophane noodles, some seaweed, a little bit of minced meat. It's really good. I feel like this little container of dandan noodles is not gonna fully fill you up, but it's definitely gonna satisfy that dandan craving. I mean, if you guys ever crave dandan noodles, you know what I'm talking about. This thing is peanutty, it's rich. The noodles are good because they're so thin. The flavor soaks through very easily. Then you got some nice crunch from the sprouts. There's some greens. It's an extremely tasty little bowl of noodles. That's great. The meat is pretty good too. I remember the Sichuan restaurant I used to go to. If you ordered an appetizer of dandan noodles, it would just come in this little bowl, pretty much the size of this. So yeah, this is a little dandan appetizer. So this beef stew takes about 2.5 minutes to cook in the microwave. Pour it over the rice and oh my gosh. I'm just squeezing the beef with my chopsticks and there is absolutely no resistance. And there's different flavors of this beef stew. Let me try this one. A bite of this beef stew. This thing's gonna make you emotional. Wow, 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 it's good. Like, 10 out of 10. If I went to a restaurant and this is what they served me, 5 stars, I go back every single day. The beef is out of this world. It's just the most melt in your mouth beef stew, and the fat, and there is a lot of it on the beef. It melts like a gentle mist, and that covers your tongue with this beautiful silky layer of pure umami. And the gravy it's sitting in is rich, it's thick, it's beefy, it's so delicious. It pairs with the rice ridiculously well. Every single grain is just covered in a blanket of flavor. There's some potatoes in here as well, but just look at how easily this beef just breaks apart. It's juicy, it's flavored perfectly. Everything about this is just designed to engage your taste buds and pull on your heartstrings just a little bit. Oh, that potato's so good. I mean, somebody could open a curry restaurant and just serve this all day long. There'd be a line out the door. Oh, this is so magical. This might be the biggest takeaway of this convenience store video. I don't remember exactly what I said about this last time I had it, but yeah, the 7-Eleven Premium Gold Beef Stew. Get that, get some rice. You're gonna have a really good meal. Next, chase it with some of this pork belly. That's really good too. Wow. Really, really fatty, juicy pork belly. It's savory, nice and peppery. Adds a different layer of fat and flavor to my beef stew and rice. I like it. That is super fatty and juicy. I'm really excited about this. So in 7-Eleven, there's all these little dishes that you can buy. So what you can do is buy a bunch of these dishes, get a bowl of microwavable rice, and just have yourself a little multi-dish meal. This is ridiculous. It's so good. Grilled chicken thigh with sauce. This tastes exactly like a really well-made teriyaki chicken. It's really, really good. The sauce is sticky, a little sweet. You get a nice burnt caramelized flavor from the sugar within the sauce. And the chicken itself is so soft and tender. Also, this thing tastes like it just came off the grill. It does not taste at all like it came from a microwave. I mean, I know I give this example a lot, but if I was to open a teriyaki restaurant and I just get a bunch of this and like right before my order goes out, throw this quickly on my grill, or even if I don't, and I just serve this directly, again, 5 stars. Next time, I think, if you don't want to get the stew, if you're not a beef person, you want to just eat some chicken, get some rice. This is the 7-Eleven premium grilled chicken thighs with sauce, and you will be having a very, very good meal. It tastes exactly like a teriyaki chicken rice. All right, dinner time. First cooked up some soup. So this is a miso soup with shijimi clam. And shijimi clam is a really popular clam here in Japan. They're really tiny little clams, but these things will deliver a umami punch. Oh yeah. This miso soup with the added clams, night and day difference. There is so much umami in this miso soup now. And make sure to actually eat the clams itself. Oh yeah, those clams, as soon as you taste it, you'll know exactly why the soup is so much better with it inside. The flavor of those things are intense. It's extremely robust and give off very strong savory notes. Wow, with that added into the miso soup, this thing is now just so deep and flavorful. This soup for $1. Incredible, incredible deal. I also cooked up some mala eggplant, and of course didn't have to cook up the cold soba noodles, the thick soba noodles. I've never seen this before. Inside some dashi, some scallions, and look at this eggplant just covered in spices and minced meat. So of course they substituted the tofu with the eggplant. Let me try the cold soba first. So there's some dashi, some wasabi, scallions. I love this. This is a really refreshing batch of noodles. The soba, incredibly smooth and chewy. Overall, it's such a light, delicious, refreshing dish. Check this out. So I got a 7-Eleven cup deli egg with garlic, onion, chili, and soy sauce. This smells really good. This smells very garlicky. I feel like this noodle definitely needs some eggs. So we put some crispy garlic in here, and it's a soft boiled egg. Look at that. I think it's marinated in the garlic and the chilies and the onions. That is a nice and garlicky egg. Add that into my cup noodle. That's a pretty nice combo. So while my last instant noodle was cooking, I heated up the 7-Eleven lobster bisque. Oh wow, this is really good. It's very rich, thick, and you 100% taste the lobster in the broth. This is delicious, delicious lobster bisque. You know what I should have done? Gotten some crab meat, put it in here. That would have been phenomenal. I'm getting this every single time I'm in Japan. It's so affordable too. 7-Eleven lobster bisque. Don't sleep on this. But every single time I come to Japan, you go to these convenience stores, there's always new items. And there were definitely a lot of new food items that completely surprised me this time. As always, thank you all so much for watching. Until we eat again. See you later.